Good good day, my lovely SQR book reviewers. Thank you for tuning into the channel. We all know the book that is trending right now in December, the time where, amidst challenges of COVID, challenges of our economy, the local government elections going on. Um, Behold the turtle. They only make progress when their necks stick out. This is the time to be reading this book about our thoughts on ethics and good leadership. One of his best-selling books, Lift as You Rise. This is a follow-up of the book, and I've been touched. Already managed to finish the book. I've been touched by several of his chapters, and I'm going to touch up on them with you briefly. He touches on bridging between two pandemics, the COVID-19, education, leadership, the collaboration, and your sense of commitment, the government and governance, ethics, sustainability. If you've read Lift as We Rise, you will be familiar with some of his concepts. This section of Africa is not poor, it is just poorly managed. On page 127, he speaks about how Africa represents the youngest and fastest growing population in the world. However, we are still not able to utilize the assets, the minerals that we have to work for us, so that we can succeed and master the world as we should. Troubled countries do turn around. He speaks about the hope that we should have, and the intellect, the minds that we should grow in order to turn around the country. Using a simple example of Singapore as a country, they are determined to continue their march towards a knowledge-based economy, and they are upgrading their high-end technical training and providing companies with subsidies to increase their rate of mechanization. So he gives us a history of where Singapore is coming from and where they are now. We know Honore, Singapore is now developing into a developed country, and they are mastering the concept of their raw materials, producing it to offer high-end consumer products. And that is the notion, that is the concept we are supposed to grasp and learn from as a country. There's a message that Bonang is sending to the president. Let me just look for the page. Coming back to the Constitution. Facing a financial crisis, urgency is the order of the day, where he's reiterating the part of that a good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan for next week. Today is better than tomorrow, right? Making use of today is better than anticipating a plan for tomorrow, right? Quotation, a good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan for next week. So this is the letter he writes to the president. President, please call us, page 170. He's saying, he quotes George Orwell, that the further a society drifts from the truth, the more it will hate those that speak it. And to the president, he is, bonang mohale is saying that in the long term, we must address the welfare of our people away from the grinding, dehumanizing, and self perpetuating vicious cycle of abject poverty to ensure resilience, to salve and bind the long festering sores as well as deep and septic wounds, to deliver the promised social justice and human rights, especially freedom from hunger, to restore people's hope so that they can also have a stake in the system that also works for them, and the protection of the status quo and preservation of the democratic project to engender trust that their unelected leaders genuinely care about their fate. Because ordinary people who have property to protect don't ordinarily run around looting, destroying and burning other people's businesses and government's property. People who have their own livelihoods to protect don't destroy the livelihoods of others. That's where he leaves it. Addressed to the president, please tuma mina to tuma us. This is bonang mohale, the book called Behold the Turtle. I was at the book launch and I was honored to have received the invitation. Please get a copy and read it throughout so that you can also serve and be inspired to protect our country and its citizens. Thank you. On to the next one.